Before you open your mouth, you have already spoken. Long before your plan is written, the room has chosen its side. Some will lean toward you, some will lean away. They will not know why, but something in them will decide. Call it presence. Call it magnetism. Call it the current that flows through a man. Your aura announces you. It walks ahead of you. It enters the meeting before your body does. It whispers after you leave. It bends events toward you or away from you. You have felt this in others. You have seen a man step into a room and every head turn. No introduction needed, no loud announcement, no clapping of hands or raising of voice. The room just knows. He may not be handsome, he may not be tall, he may not wear the most expensive suit, yet men give him space. They open paths for him. They wait for him to speak. The air tightens around him, then another man enters. On paper, he is equal, perhaps even more skilled, yet his presence is small, his words carry less weight. He leaves, and the room forgets him. It is as if he never walked in. You have seen this. You have felt it. Now you must master it. For this is not luck. This is not a gift for the chosen few. This is a skill, a science, a discipline. And if you are to lead, you must own it. Men follow presence before they follow words. They feel your confidence before they hear your plan. They sense your power before you lift a hand. And if your presence is weak, no words can save you. So where does it come from? Not from clothes, not from charm, not from a perfect face or polished shoes. Presence comes from alignment, from a man who knows himself, from a man who has ordered his own soul. You cannot fake it. A man may imitate gestures, he may copy tones and postures, but presence is not a performance. It is truth expressed in silence. It is power that has no need to shout. Presence begins in your mind. Your thoughts leak into the world. They shape your shoulders. They harden or soften your gaze. They make your breath steady or shaky. They announce who you are long before you speak. If you believe you are small, your presence will be small. If you see yourself as an imposter, the world will treat you as one. If you walk into a room seeking permission to exist, you will get none. The first law of presence is this: a man cannot project what he does not own. If you wish to radiate confidence, you must be confident. If you wish to inspire trust, you must be trustworthy. If you wish to command respect, you must respect yourself. This is why many men never master presence. They chase tricks and tactics. They copy the swagger of others. They buy the suits, the watches, the cars. But the aura they seek cannot be purchased. It must be built. Power is not an accessory. It is not makeup you apply. It is the result of inner work, of private victories, of nights spent alone, conquering your own weaknesses. It is the reflection of a mind in order. Presence is proof. Proof that you have won the battles others cannot see. Proof that you have faced yourself. Proof that you have made decisions and lived by them. The world senses this without being told. When you walk into a room, you carry every decision you've ever made. You carry every promise you've kept or broken. You carry every risk you have taken, every fear you have conquered or surrendered to. Your aura is history made visible. You cannot fake years of discipline. You cannot pretend integrity. You cannot buy conviction. Presence is the shadow of your soul. It is your spirit's resume. It cannot lie. This is why presence cannot be rushed. It must be earned. It grows with every victory over yourself, with every promise kept when no one was watching, with every morning you rose when you wished to stay in bed, with every word you kept. Presence begins when you stop seeking approval, when you no longer bend yourself to please the crowd, when your worth is no longer a question in your own mind. You must decide who you are. and then live as though that decision is final. Men are drawn to those who are certain, not those who are flawless, not those who are rich, but those who are settled within themselves. A man who knows himself cannot be ignored. Presence speaks for you. Before your lips move, it speaks. Before your resume is read, it speaks. Before anyone shakes your hand, it speaks. The air itself testifies. You know this from experience. You have felt someone's presence behind you before you turned your head. You have felt the weight of their energy. You have felt the confidence of a leader and the weakness of a pretender. We all feel it. We all respond to it. So you must build this power deliberately. How? By doing the work no one wants to do, by becoming whole, by living by a code. First, discipline your thoughts. A scattered mind weakens your presence. The man who cannot control his mind cannot control a room. Your thoughts shape your posture. They shape your expression. They shape your energy, master your emotions. A man ruled by anger or fear cannot project power. He radiates chaos. He drains the room. But a man who is calm, centered, who stands in stillness even under attack, is a fortress. People feel it. Your body is part of your presence. Not because of its size, but because of how you carry it. Straight spine, steady steps, slow movements. Every gesture speaks. Your eyes must speak truth. A man who cannot hold his gaze cannot hold power. Look at others not as a challenge, but as proof that you see them. Your gaze should neither shrink nor dominate, but command respect. Silence is part of your aura. A man who fears silence has no presence. He fills the air with noise because he fears the weight of stillness. But silence is a weapon. It creates space. It makes words valuable. It makes others lean in. Do not rush to speak. Do not hurry to explain yourself. A man who knows his value does not beg for understanding. His words are few, but they land like stones in water. Every syllable ripples. Power is not loud. Presence is not arrogance. The strongest men need not boast. Their reputation travels ahead of them. Their character speaks louder than their voice. You must become a man who does not need approval. A man who is not desperate to be liked. A man who can stand alone. When you reach this state, ironically, people will be drawn to you. For independence is magnetic. It is rare, and rarity is always valued. Do not misunderstand me. Presence is not cruelty. It is not intimidation. A man of true power need not crush others to feel tall. His aura does not repel. It commands respect. Even his enemies feel it. This is why leaders of history, men like Napoleon, Lincoln, Churchill, could walk into a room and shift its atmosphere. It was not height, not wealth, not charm. It was inner order. They had paid the price for their power. They had become men of weight. Do you wish to be unforgettable? Then build weight, not muscle, not money, but spiritual weight. Become the man whose words are costly because his silence is rich. Become the man others consult before they act. The man whose opinion is rare because he speaks only after he has thought. Every day you live is a chance to build this. Every decision you make adds or subtracts from your presence. Every promise you keep adds steel to your spine. Every time you act with integrity, you polish your aura. Every time you betray yourself, you dim it. This is why presence cannot be separated from character. A liar will always feel hollow. A coward will always feel weak. A cheater will always shrink in spirit. The body cannot hide what the soul projects. Presence reveals truth, so work first on being. Do not chase the illusion of looking powerful. Become powerful. Speak less. Do more. Seek less attention. Command more respect. You cannot fake gravity. When you walk into a room, be a man who has already won the war within himself. Let your aura announce your victories. Let your silence carry weight. Let your presence be proof. One day, you will walk into a room, and men will shift in their chairs, not because of your suit, not because of your title, but because of who you have become, because they feel you, because your presence speaks louder than your words ever could. Start building now. Every day, refine your character, sharpen your mind, strengthen your spirit. Carry yourself with intention. Live by your own standards. Respect yourself in private, and the world will respect you in public. When your presence is strong, meetings bend around you. Opportunities find you. People listen when you speak, not because you demand it, but because they feel they must. This is mastery. This is influence. This is power without force. And this, my friend, is the true mark of a leader. So walk into the next room with your head high, not in arrogance, but in certainty, not in noise, but in quiet strength. You do not need to announce yourself. The room already knows. You do not need to shout. Your silence is a weapon. Your calm is a signal. The room feels you before it sees you. Your presence is not what you wear. It is what you carry. It is who you have become. People are not drawn to noise. They are drawn to certainty. They are drawn to stability. They are drawn to someone who radiates order in a world of chaos. Be that man. Your presence is a reflection of your habits, of how you live when no one is watching, of the thoughts you entertain in secret. Every private decision becomes public energy. The world may not know the details, but it feels the results. You cannot lead if you cannot master yourself. You cannot inspire if you are a slave to fear. You cannot attract respect if you do not respect yourself. Presence is built in private long before it is felt in public. This is why some men enter a room and change nothing. They have no gravity, no depth. They have invested their time in appearance, but not essence. The room senses their emptiness. No one says it out loud, but everyone feels it. Do not chase applause, chase mastery. Do not chase followers, chase power of spirit. Do not chase validation, chase alignment with truth. For once you possess these, the world will follow. Your presence is like a bank account. You deposit energy into it every day. Every act of courage is a deposit. Every act of discipline is a deposit. Every promise kept is a deposit. Over time, your aura becomes wealthy. It becomes heavy with integrity. And when you walk into a room, people feel that wealth. The weak man seeks to be impressive. The strong man seeks to be effective. The weak man performs. The strong man simply is. Presence cannot be performed. It can only be earned. You have felt the weight of a man who is not swayed by opinion, who is not rattled by insults, who is unmoved by flattery. You feel safe near him. You feel his stability. You feel his leadership before he speaks. That is presence. You have also felt the opposite, the man who speaks loudly but shakes inside, who craves approval, who overcompensates with arrogance. You feel his weakness, you feel his insecurity, and you instinctively step back. Presence is not dominance, it is influence. It is power that does not need permission. It is respect that flows naturally. You cannot demand it. You cannot buy it. You must become the kind of man who deserves it. Ask yourself, do I trust myself? Do I believe in my words? Do I live by a code I will not break? If not, your presence will betray you. You cannot fool the air. This is why self-respect is everything. Every compromise weakens your aura. Every lie you tell yourself makes you smaller. Every time you fold to fear, you lose weight. But every time you choose courage, you gain it back. Your presence is proof of your choices. Do not underestimate the power of stillness. When others rush, slow down. When others panic, breathe deeply. When others fill the air with words, remain calm. Stillness is rare, and rarity commands attention. The man who can remain still under pressure radiates power. He has mastered himself, and people feel safe near him. They follow him because he is grounded, because he is unshaken. This is leadership. Your presence is also shaped by purpose. A man without purpose has no weight. His energy is scattered. His movements are unsure. But a man with a clear mission carries direction in his very posture. Every step announces his intent. People may not know his plan, but they feel he has one. Decide why you are here. Decide what you stand for. Decide what you will not tolerate. Purpose sharpens your aura. It gives you gravity. It gives you authority. This is why some men speak softly, yet their words echo. Their voice carries because their purpose carries it. Their presence is not a costume. It is the natural effect of a man who has aligned his mind, body, and spirit. The world does not reward noise. It rewards substance. And substance cannot be faked. It is built in solitude. It is forged in struggle. It is refined in discipline. Every great leader you admire once walked through fire. Their presence is a signal of survival. It is proof that they endured trials and did not break. This is why people respect them instinctively. The air around them testifies to their journey. If you want this power, you must be willing to walk your own path. You must face discomfort. You must confront fear. You must choose growth over safety. Every trial you endure adds weight to your aura. Every victory over yourself sharpens your presence. You cannot shortcut this. You cannot fake it. But you can build it, step by step, decision by decision, day by day. Do not compare yourself to others. Presence is not about being the loudest in the room. It is not about dominating conversations. It is about being undeniable. It is about radiating confidence without speaking it. And this comes only from becoming the man you claim to be. If you wish to master presence, stop trying to impress. Start trying to become. Become trustworthy. Become disciplined. Become bold. Become honest. Become the kind of man the room cannot ignore. This is why silence is powerful. When you speak rarely, people listen when you do. When you act with intention, people pay attention. When your energy is stable, people feel safe around you. You do not have to chase respect. You do not have to chase influence. Presence attracts them both naturally. Because people are drawn to strength. They are drawn to truth. They are drawn to authenticity. Your presence is your greatest ally. It will open doors before you knock. It will draw opportunities before you ask. It will command respect before you speak, but only if you earn it. So today, begin building weight. Clean your inner world. Face your fears. Keep your promises. Say less. Mean more. Live by a code. And in time, your aura will grow. Soon, you will walk into a room, and the room will change. Not because of your title, not because of your wealth, not because of your appearance, but because you have become a man of gravity, a man of substance, a man of presence. This is the power of silent influence. This is the true power of leadership. Not noise, not theatrics, not performance, but being. Become this man. And the world will not be able to look away. Presence is not magic. It is not a trick. It is the natural effect of a man who has mastered himself. You do not need a stage to be powerful. You do not need applause to prove your worth. Your very being is the proof. When you walk in truth, the world feels it. When you carry integrity, doors open. When you live with purpose, people notice, even if they do not understand why. So stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for validation. Build yourself in silence. Sharpen your mind in solitude. Strengthen your heart in secret. Then, step into the world, and let your presence do the speaking. The room will turn, the air will shift, and before you say a single word, the world will know who you are. That is mastery. That is leadership. That is true power.